I'm not hugely talented and you're not pretty.
Basically.
He scratches his head and goes, huh?
Huh?
Are you serious? You're biting your nails and stressing and saying, oh my God, what's going to happen? And oh my God, what happened with this and what happened with that? He's not showing his tummy. And if it's an item song, I mean, you got to be showing your
He's
stomach.
showing his furry chest.
You're in a different league.
I'm in a different league. I'm in a different league, yeah. What are you saying? Hi, I am Katrina Kaif.
Hi, I'm Katrina Kaif. And this
I'm Katrina Kaif.
Okay, we seem to have a little bit of confusion here. We'll sort that out and get back to you. But anyways, you were watching Bollywood Hungama.
Yes, we were.
We have today very pretty Katrina Kaif and hugely talented Abhay Deol. Wonderful to have you back on Bollywood Hungama.
So does that mean that I'm not hugely talented and you're not pretty?
Basically. That's exactly what ran through my mind. Okay, not very good looking, but I'm talented.
Yeah, not so much.
You know, there can be many adjectives to define you. I think we're taking one to start off with. There can be many more as the interview progresses.
So we'll be happy with that for now.
You happy with the way the buzz around Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara has been?
It's a really fun film, and it's if I can categorize it like that, I would say it's kind of like a youth film. It's a coming of age film, and you know, I think what's been projected is what it is, and you have different types of movies releasing. You know, you have one week you have a comedy, next week you may have like a, you know, this romance thriller, and you know, next week you have something else. So I think the audience also wants to see different types of movies.
Have you seen his work, like say a road movie or like a Devdi and
No,
Oil
see, I've always, I think, been very quite upfront about the fact that the kind of cinema that I like is, you know, what probably the majority of the people fall into, which is entertaining cinema. Sure. So in terms of some of the films he's done, like I would myself tell him that, you know, but the film which I've seen of his, which I like and which according to me and what you know, my kind of definition of you know, doing good films, logical films and commercial films is Devdi. I mean, for me that's a nice balance of both. I love that film. It's entertaining. I'm not bored. You're entertained. There's passion. There's romance. There's this, and you know, it's got all that masala element in it. But it's still, I mean, people said it was in your kind of space, so I guess would be
actually
my
quite
kind
a
of
mainstream film,
though. That would be my idea of the kind of films
well,
that
in
he
terms
would
of
do.
music, I think it is, but the kind of character transition you go, it's definitely very many
it's
people.
Quite true.
Will
I mean,
have.
I played my character quite true to the book.
Yeah, I think so.
And
I think that's what it is.
That's what, I mean, I don't think the writer is anywhere trying to romanticize his character. So I actually stayed true to the book, and it's been made into a film so many times. So it's actually a very mainstream film. I don't see it as, I would say a Manorama or a road movie is experimental. I wouldn't say Devdi is, no.
हम जा कहाँ रहे हैं?
मेरे होटल.
So all that you want to do is...
Don't you?
You know what? I think you're the biggest ever. Sick.
Experimental in the sense that you're experimenting with in terms of just stretching the boundaries, like when you just throw that alcohol bottle on a wall and all. It's like stretching the boundaries in that regard, that it surprises the audience in many ways.
I mean,
the kind of turmoil you're undergoing, the drugs and alcohol and everything.
I think we're being pretty candid about it. So maybe that would lend itself, and also we're being pretty real about it. We're not romanticizing it, and contemporizing it did just that, which is why I wrote the idea. I was like, okay, you know, if I contemporize this, it would kill two birds with one stone. It would be a commercial character, so to speak, but at the same time, he'd be relatable for the first time, really, because all the Devdasis that came before it, I felt they were larger than life, and it was a character out of a book. It wasn't a character out of a real scene, and that's what I wanted to do with Devdas through Devdi. But like, yeah, I mean, that was the whole reason behind it.
Katrina has been just voted the sexiest actress in the, I think, many polls she has won whatsoever. How do you react when you hear such stories that she has won such a poll? Is it an obvious thing for you, or you feel that?
It's not surprising.
He scratches his head and goes, huh? Huh? Are you serious? I mean,
Should meet her in the morning.
yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not surprised. You know, she's a beautiful girl, and so the important
If
thing
you have
is
to use some, like, she wants to have some more adjectives from you. So what kind of adjectives will you possibly use to just?
if I was to give adjectives, she'd make sure I gave all the right ones. You know.
What are the right ones?
Feed them from behind.
Yeah, you know, it's like, okay, here you go.
Friendly,
I've written it down for you. Charming,
polite, gracious,
beautiful,
talented.
Talented.
Yeah.
There you go. And I'd use them for.
What sort of poll do you think that Abhay Deol can possibly be winning?
What sort of poll would I win?
You can run poll for most easygoing person, most relaxed person, non-stressed out, non-hyper. These are all the things which I love doing. Well, not love, but I can't seem to help it.
Which is to say, I just sit and do nothing.
I find a drama, like a traumatic drama, every day. Nearly every second day in my life, there's a new traumatic drama, or maybe I create them. But yeah, so he's just chill. I mean, life's going on, life's going by, and you know, he's working hard, but it's cool, and you know, everything's going on, and I think that kind of laid back confidence, he can win those polls for sure.
Laid back. Are you happy with that? Such a poll as that?
She's being honest, you know what I mean?
You're not out there like biting your nails and stressing and saying, oh my God, what's going to happen? And oh my God, what happened with this and what happened with that? I mean, you're consistent.
That's what I mean. She's being honest, and which is kind of true. I mean, in all the conversations we've had, and especially when it comes to movies and Bollywood and marketing and all, we do have a difference of opinion, you know. I am, and I can come across more like, yeah, whatever happens will be, let's see, whatever. And so in that sense, but I'm not laid back with my work at all. I'm very passionate with the kind of films I believe in, and I want to in the same way that she is. It's just that my distance is the part where I go and act. That's my job. I have to go and I have to give it my best. Now, beyond that is not in my control. Beyond that, I just have to make sure that, okay, they're doing their bit and trust that they will. I can't be stressed about that. Whereas she takes the stress on, like, are they marketing it right? Have they gone there? Have they called so and so?
But maybe that's the reason that she's on top of the game. That
probably
she
that's
is
what
one of
it
the.
takes, I suppose. But you know, I'm not even trying to be in part of the game. You know, as long as I keep getting into the work.
You have made a mark in a different league altogether, and you're respected for that. You're respected for that.
You're in a different
I'm in a different league. I'm in a different league. Yeah. What are you saying?
When you just read rumors about your personal life in newspapers and all, how do you react? You reading something about him, or you reading something about her. What is your reaction? Do you maybe discuss it with each other at any point of time, or you think that there's a uniformity in terms of?
The funniest thing is, after knowing the way the media works and that rumors mostly 90%, 99% are unfounded or hearsay or galti se, someone has said something and it's a mistake or it's not true. Even if I open the paper and there's something about Abhay and his girlfriend, or I open it like, acha, really? Okay. And I'm like reading it as if it's facts. So I mean, it really. And the next time I read, I'm like, oh, so are you getting married? And he's like, no, Katrina. I was like, okay.
See, you should know better than
Yeah,
that
I know,
to
but
trust
I
the press.
don't. I still read it and I still carry on.
But press is not all that bad. In fact, there are many times.
I mean, because having had direct experience of lies, you know, different. I wouldn't give it much credit really. But there's stuff out there that you read like, really, and that they're talking about you. After doing that, I never believe what I read about another person. So if I read anything about Katrina, I will not believe it until she says it herself.
Yeah, but about me, please don't.
About her, anybody. I first of all don't necessarily read. I'll end up reading once I get to know a person. Like now, I will. If there's something about Katrina, I will read it now because now I know her. She's a friend, you know, blah blah blah. But I won't believe it. No, because I think that like people today especially are struggling for a sensational headline. Essentially, they're competing with each other for eyeballs. And they'll quote unquote you out of context just so that they can grab an attention of the reader, and I think that's very uncreative. And so I usually just skip. I don't really read stuff, and that's why when she came up to me and like, are you engaged? You didn't tell me. I'm like, come on, you can't be believing what they write in the papers.
When you hear a rumor like, say, Katrina Kaif is part of Dhoom 3 and all, do you feel happy? Yeah, this is one of the finest franchises that we have. Maybe I should be part of it.
Are you part of Dhoom 3? You didn't tell me.
That's a rumor doing for long.
How could you not tell me?
I've got some really great films, and I'm very happy with the films that I'm doing. I'm doing 2 films with Yash Raj. I'm doing a film with of course Mr. Yash Chopra and Shah Rukh Khan, and with Kabir Khan and Salman Khan. So I think I have 2 really great films with them, and I don't think I need to be eyeing over them in the shoulder and looking for another thing. I think Adi sir has entrusted me with 2 really great roles for me. Probably
Can you tell us something about it more in detail?
I don't think
Shah
it
Rukh
makes
Khan, you're
any-
working for the first time.
Yeah, that I'm working with him for the first time. I mean, that is exciting, and obviously I think it's how many years since Veer Zara? I think it's 8 years since Yash Chopra's last film he directed.
Right.
2004 was Veer Zara, so it's really exciting. I mean, I remember watching the film in the cinema, and that shot of Shah Rukh Khan carrying Preeti Zinta over to some one place, and it's the romance in his films is really poetry, and it's of that tragic level that I love. So I mean, obviously I'm very happy about it.
Okay, and Kabir Khan, one of the directors who got, I think, a very good performance from you in New York. So looking forward to his film, and that too with Salman Khan.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. It's Salman Khan's first film with Yash Raj in his entire career. So that for me was kind of interesting when I realized that. And Kabir and Salman, I think, are 2 what they are going to create together, hopefully, and what I see is going to be very interesting. And it's an action film. It's got amazing sequences, and Kabir Khan's style, I think, is something which we all saw in New York. It's a mix of it's commercial entertainment, but he's got a certain grain to it, and I really love him. I think
When are you starting the 2 films, the shooting of these 2 films?
they'll both be starting this year.
This year, approximately, any time and all?
I mean, pretty soon. We're gonna leave pretty soon for the first Kabir
Ekta
Khan's
Tiger,
film.
you're starting soon.
And then towards the end of the year, we'll probably start.
Mr. Chopra's. And there's Mere Brother Ki Dulan with Yash Chopra as well. That is Imran Khan.
Yes.
We spoke to Imran, I think, the day for yesterday, in fact, and he was very excited about that.
That is a completely mad, wacky comedy. I mean, it's people are either going to love it or they're going to be, me and Imran are going to be like, I think, committed to an asylum. But we had a blast doing it, and actually, much like in a very different sense, but much like Abhay on this film, I am always singing the praises of item songs and dancing to Imran, and I think he's completely changed his whole kind of look to it and approach to dancing and songs after this film. It's got 5 song and dance and everything.
What do you think of Sheila Ki Jawani, Asid?
She looked hot in that. I like the song.
And he's doing an item song in his next film because I've
He's
sold
doing an
him on
item
the
song
idea.
with Katrina's encouraged me to do an item number for Navdeep's next film.
Okay, you are. What is it? Any dope on that?
As soon as I know, I'll let you know.
Right now, he's following the principles, which I've
I think he's
instilled in
taking
him, which
tips
is
from you.
just do an item song. I mean, get a good song, get a good choreographer and everything, but first you just gotta want to do it.
And you have to work hard like her, because apparently Farah told us that the way she worked for Sheila Ki Jawani was something else.
What's my name? What's my name? What's my name? My name is Sheila. Sheila Ki Jawani. I'm too sexy for you, but tere haath na aani. Na 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 na.
In fact, Amir Khan but feels that he has beaten you guys, like Deepika and Katrina and all of that with I Hate You Like I Love You.
I hate you like I love you. I hate you like I love you, love you, love you.
Oh, but that is true. Have you seen that? Come on, like, you have to top that.
Excuse me?
You have to top that now.
Do you agree with
told
him?
you,
should be
he's,
like
he's not showing his tummy, and if it's an item song, I mean, you gotta be showing your
He's
stomach.
showing his furry chest.
But he's awesome in the song. I mean, I was crying with laughter when I saw the song. It's hysterical.
Boys are the new item now. We get stiff
Mr.
competition.
Bachchan is there.
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Bachchan.
I'm sorry. I still stand by my.
But
Shida
you
Ki
must be
Jawani.
bombarded with offers for item songs now.
Well, actually,
Everyone
not-
is saying that
not,
we'll beat Sheila, but no one has been able to do Sheila or Munni so far.
I think it's not about. I don't like that word item song as in like one song in the film. Sheila was a character. I mean, I was there in the movie. So if you want to do a song which is going to be about performance and is about making a statement while you have a role in the movie, then that I'm completely open to. I mean, I love all my upcoming movies have great songs and dances in them.
Any chances in Yash Chopra's and Kabir Khan's film?
But you have to wait and see for that.
What are you doing next after this?
I've just finished Dibakar's film, Shanghai, so I'm really excited about that. And then I'm going to go on to start Navdeep's next film. Like for me, I've been wanting to work with Dibakar and Navdeep again. And I'm just really glad that I managed to do both of their films in the span of 6-7 months.
I think they got some of the best works out of you as well.
I'm very fond of them, and I think they're probably the best directors we have, along with Zoya. And so I'm feeling really fortunate that for me, they are the top directors and they are the future, and I've just been fortunate to work with them.
Working with Hrithik Roshan for the first time, how was the experience? You make a very good-looking pair, both of you. Very good-looking people.
Thank you. He's a wonderful guy. He's obviously, we all know he's phenomenally talented and you know, beautiful looking. But I think beyond that, he's got a very soft soul. He's a very, very gentle person.
Yeah, he is.
You know, I think that is something which
very spiritual, in fact.
Yeah, which you have to admire, and you have to. I mean, you have to give him credit for that. It's very nice. It's very nice quality to see in people. You don't see it in many people. It was very nice working with him. Whatever stuff we have in the film, obviously it is a multi-star, so there are three tracks going on in the film. But whatever we do have together, I think has been really nice. And I think it's something which is going to come out very nicely from the movie.
शादी के बाद तुम कहाँ ऐसी बॉयज ट्रिप पे जाना चाहोगे?